Hey, what's up? Fancy Stories here, and today I got two stories for y'all. So kick back, relax, grab a snack if you want, even even a drink if you want, and yeah, let's get into this. So, someone who asked me to keep their name anonymous sent me this story. So, anyways, as a 11-year-old, we had to clean my dog's ears a lot, and I walked into the kitchen going to get some water. Okay, well, that's normal. This person asked me to keep their name anonymous, so we'll call her Emma. So anyways, and I see a cup of so I just drank it, and by the time I finished it, I realized it was a whole cup of hydrogen peroxide. Uh-oh. That ain't good. I felt like puking and eventually threw up a lot of foam. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Would not want to be in that situation. And anyways, moving on with the story. Moving on. We have another one. This one's quite long. And so, yeah. The people in this story, I have... Anyways. This user also asked to keep their names anonymous, so the main person is Samantha. Her younger sister is Anna. Her older sister is Lily. Her grandma is Stella. Her mom is Emily. And her dad is Steve. So anyways, when I was in second grade, I was laying around with my sister, and we had to wait until our parents got home. But it had been hours since they have been gone, and they haven't received any calls, and her older sister went to go call her parents, and she went... Oh, wait, no, sorry, I messed that up. Her older sister called called Samantha's grandma, and when Samantha was at the point of crying, I started to hear them come in, and I was super happy. But one of my parents' friends moved me out of the living room and told me that she broke her leg, and I saw her jumping on her foot. Pretty serious. Don't know the reason why, but let's just say that she was playing football and tripped and broke her foot. Anyways, she came and she went to the bathroom, and she was drunk in the tub. Don't drink. I don't support it, obviously, because why would I? I'm like 14. And then her dad walked in. He was also drunk. Then again, I don't suggest it. It's bad. It can kill you. And he was looking for my mom. And he walked into the bathroom, and they were quiet. And me and my sister looked into the bathroom. There was two doors, and one of the parents was locked in, and one of them was laying on the door. My father was laying on the door. So, essentially what's happening here is Samantha's mom, Emily, and her dad Steve had drank a lot and they passed out. Her mom broke her foot, and her dad went into the bathroom and passed out there. Her dad was barricading the door, and the mom was drunk, passed out in the tub. Anyways, Samantha couldn't open the door, and we looked at the other door. It was unlocked, and then they looked in, and they thought they were dead, but they were passed out. And then Samantha and her little sister Anna, from what I heard, or what I think is her little sister, hopefully I'm right, they started to cry because they thought they were dead. And she cried in her bed. And both of Samantha's sisters acted normally. And then Samantha's grandma came home and she took my sisters, and my oldest stayed there. Oh, oop! There's a second sister. Okay, we're gonna call the second sister, let's see, Amelia. So, Samantha's grandma Stella had taken Anna and Amelia away, and her older sister Lily had stayed behind. And then they heard screaming. Her other sister, I'm probably gonna say Amelia, probably was Amelia, heard the screaming. And Samantha thought it was her older sister, Lily. And Samantha also said that she heard a loud slap, and it had been years. So Samantha doesn't really remember the whole story, so yeah. We're gonna say they got into a little meh and didn't end so well. So yeah. We got one more story. This one's a short one. Actually, no, we don't have one more story. I lied. Anyways, let's move on to the next story. Okay, so this story takes place in a Walmart, and the user for this story also wanted to keep his identity, you know. He didn't want me to say his name, so we'll call him Dan. So, Dan was going around in Walmart looking for a drink, and he had some money, you know? He needed money to buy something, and he was about to get a Monster, an energy drink. Those are pretty, you know? I personally like the white ones. The grape one was pretty good. And, anyways, good enough task. And so, no one had noticed that there was ice on the floor, and you kind of know what happens next. He slips on the ice. He tripped. He's alright, though. He's doing fine. He's alright. So, yeah. Good on him. And that's why Walmart employees should check the floors regularly. Anyways, give me a couple seconds. Ooh, we have a revenge story here. Alright, so let's start off here. My teacher humiliated me in 5th grade, so I graduated to prove him wrong. So take me way back in 5th grade. I had this teacher, I'll call him Mr. L. Now, Mr. L was always a hard butt. He assigned homework that was on subjects we didn't learn about and set deadlines for the next day. Ooh, that's bad. Yeah. Those are not good teachers. I've had them before. Anyways. Now me, I was not one of the well-behaved students, and he hated me because of it. So, of course, I never did any homework, or really any assignments in general. 10% on a test here, 0 out of 25 quiz there, and he hated it because I knew it didn't matter because the whole no children left behind rule. So one day, towards the middle of the year, I'm messing around with my friends, and a piece of balled up paper hits him in the chest, and he deliberately drops his phone. It was the new iPhone at the time, so it was expensive. Let's say it was a iPhone 10? Yeah. 19. Hour. iPhone 9. No, 10. Anyways. He decides to pull up the cost of his phone in front of the whole class and tells me if I don't pay for it, he'll make sure I don't pass. He knew he didn't have that kind of power. After all, he was a not very respected teacher in the 5th grade. That's what happens if you don't respect people. I know it. Anyways, where was I? That obviously goes nowhere. So for the next few months, he's tried to get under my skin until one day in the last probably month of school, he drops a minion folder in front of me and says, these are all the homework assignments you have missed. Hang on, I can do that better. Voice acting time. These are all the homework assignments you have missed throughout the entirety of the year. I want them done by the end of the week. All I could do is laugh at him, but really it was in the front of the class, and they all laughed at me. I was embarrassed, obviously, because Nobody likes getting laughed at. Anyways, that's when he said, you'll never amount to anything. Now fast forward, I held myself back in 7th grade because I was fighting a lot at that time. It's middle school. TF do you want? And I didn't learn poo. Now fast forward to 12th grade, and I'm the only one in my family other than my dad to graduate high school. I have a job that pays a little bit better than a teacher's salary. Ooh, that's pretty good. I don't recommend fighting in middle school. And I do recommend learning a lot, because it takes you, like, ooh, you know? It's, like, good. I sounded like a nerd there. Anyways. But still just enough to rub it in his face when I see him at graduation. Sometimes revenge isn't about embarrassing the one that embarrassed you, but proving to yourself that you're worth more than they told you. Yeah. That's a good story. Anyways, moving on to the next story. Ooh, we have a life story here. This one's short, but it's fine. Alright, so it's called I'm Lonely for My Birthday. Aw, that's sad. You should not be lonely for your birthday. Invite people. If you can't, then yeah. But your family should be there, you know? Anyways, moving on with the story. The 13th May it will be my birthday. Ooh, that's actually kind of a good way to start a poem. Anyways, and like every year, I don't have any friends to spend time with. That's sad. I never celebrated any birthdays my whole life. Never had families and gifts except for 2 or 3 gifts from my family. Don't get me wrong, I love that, and I'm already grateful for having this. But the fact that I see people my age having lots of friends, having huge birthday parties, and enjoying them actually hurts me. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. But yeah. Anyways, this is my last year of high school, and it had been terrible. I feel like I'll be alone with my whole life, and it hurts. Oh, come on, don't say that. You're not lonely. Come on. That's not okay. It's called inviting random people that you somewhat know. Ooh, we got a scary one here. Anyways. Alright, so this one's called Girl Asking to Log in My Insta in Her Phone. Ooh. Yeah. Anyways, so I recently got into a relationship, and now my girlfriend's been asking to log into my Instagram on her phone. I haven't said anything yet, but I've been thinking about how to handle it. It's not that I'm cheating or doing anything shady. but my DMs are honestly a mess. I'm in this group with my boys where we send the most cursed stuff, like old shock videos. Two girls, one. Nope. Mm-mm. Messed up memes, religious debate, turned roast battles, and the most creative insults you've ever read. Some of them text me like they're auditioning for a rom-com, and it's all jokes but out of context. It looks insane. I genuinely enjoy the madness. I do too. I personally like those. I like jokes. I'm actually pretty good at being funny. But anyways, not the topic of this video. And it's stupid but hilarious. But now I'm torn between deleting everything or just being honest and telling her. It's not about trust, it's about the kind of chaotic mail zone you won't enjoy. Not sure what to do yet. I don't know what to do because it's my first time in a relationship. That is a invasion of privacy when someone asks you to log into your account on their phone, because they can easily get all your information and whatnot. It's not good. And yeah. Ooh, we have another life story here. Another short one, but that's fun. Alright. The title of this one is called I Hate High School. I hate the fact that people were telling me that as a girl in high school, I'll have a lot of friends and go out a lot. It was all a lie. It's my last year in high school, and since the first day, I've never had a real friend. I got bullied, I had bad grades, and I also always had skipped school. I hate high school, and it makes me so sad because I thought I would have good friends, be happy, and enjoy my teen years in high school, but none of that happens. I feel so alone, and it's killing me. I don't want to. I want to play the game of life anymore. And all I do is stay home and play video games. I'm gonna be honest here. I don't like high school. No, not high school. I don't like school either. It's boring. But sometimes you just have to do what you have to. And don't quit the game of life. I had a friend think of that. Good thing I helped him from that. And yeah. All in general, don't do that stuff, alright? Anyways, I think this is gonna be the last story for today. Alright. Ooh. We got a scary one here. Ooh. That's a lot. Actually, no, no. That's too much for me. Alright. Hang on. Ooh, this looks good. Alright, let's do this one. Alright, so this is called Chromo the Real. And it was the first novel that the user and their friend had made. Anyways, this one's a fantasy. We're doing all types of stories today. Anyways, so me and my friend were walking to school a couple days ago, and while we were on our way, I told him about a dream I had of us. Not them weird dreams. I won't get to explaining the dream, but when I talked about it, he said it sounded like a whole story because it had a backstory and plot twist. Ooh, I love plot twists. Yeah. Anyways, when I finished talking about it, we liked it so much that we decided, why not make a story inspired off of the dream? And one idea led to another, and we started working on a novel, which will hopefully soon be a manga or animated series. Basically, the story of the world is long, long ago, there is nothing but a single creature in the eternal dimension of darkness. They created everything that ever existed, but it does not know where it came from. So it called itself nothing. They created a world and gave it life. Then multiple worlds, then realms, then galaxy, then universes, and so on. He rarely appeared in dreams and nightmares, and because of this, his existence had become known. People started to call this being Vastura. Am I reading that right? Hold on. Yeah, Vastura, the god of everything, the echo of eternity. Ooh, that sounds cool. And more names have been used to call them. After creating everything, they made two worlds that we will be talking about for now. Koa and Solara? Ooh. In Koa, there are those who are powerful and those who are powerless, strong and weak, fast and slow. Solara is where the souls go after death. There, everyone is powerful, strong, and fast. Even the weak there will become strong. But if an individual cannot become strong for unknown reasons, they will be discarded. Wow. That's a lot. If whoever is reading this post and wants to read Volume 1, I will share a link. That's what they said. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day. And that is true for you guys too. You guys have a wonderful day, and that is the end of this video. I had fun. Hope you guys had fun. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.